Georgie, I understand that you um, shot an audition of yourself for this movie. What was it about it that you liked it, and what did you do? What was the audition?
I was in my living room for 2 scenes with my mum. I had to do a scene with my boyfriend with my mum, which is always the weirdest thing in the world. I have to make gooey eyes at her and be like, ooh. And then I did a scene in my bathroom, and it's really funny because I sent it to my agent, and my agent was like, this looks very realistic, but I can't even see your face. You're not actually filming a film, you're auditioning. So I had to redo it. But yeah, it was a very obvious home video. It did not look polished in any way. And I tried to put eyeliner on to be more gothic, and it just failed completely. Yeah, it was interesting.
But it got you the job.
It got me the job. So yeah, I was very lucky that Stan decided to cast me. I was very lucky.
So these are some pretty intense girls, these 2 girls that you portray, you and Abigail. Tell us about these girls. What's going on in their lives when we meet them?
So basically, Sandra and Beth are 2 sisters who couldn't be any closer, but they've had a very difficult childhood. They've moved around more times than they can imagine. Their mother is an alcoholic, has had a string of abusive boyfriends, and all they're trying to do really is just try and keep their family together. So we find them in quite a difficult place.
Now, there's a whole issue of moral compass. These girls and their friends. Do you, from your experience in your own life, can you imagine a situation where you would have a whole group of people who would be supportive of a scheme like this one?
I think in today's culture and in our generation, sometimes mob mentality can be a very scary thing. And sometimes as an individual, you can have your own morals, and they can become blurred when you're in a group. But I've never found myself in one of those situations. I've always been someone who's stuck to what I believe, especially given the privileges that I've had in my life and with my career. I would never do anything to jeopardize that.
How did you play her? I mean, you portray a pretty intense character.
Yeah.
How did you put her together?
Well, it was quite interesting because I came into the process very late. I mean, it was only about a week before filming that filming actually started, that I got out there. So what I really tried to do was kind of not really think about, the real life person herself, but really more about the emotions that she was going through, how to portray real hurt and real betrayal, because, those are things that, challenges that I hadn't really faced in my own life. And that was very interesting to me. So that was more of the preparation, was about the emotional side of things.
How did you transition from going from making these Narnia movies?
I know. I know, it's ridiculous. I definitely knew that I wanted to do something very different from Narnia, because that was such an amazing experience in itself. And I feel as an actor, you have to just keep challenging yourself and keep doing new things. And you can't really go any bigger than Narnia, so I knew I was going to go smaller. And I just loved the script. I really loved it. And they wanted to cast a Canadian actress, or at least an American actress, but I really wanted to fight for this role and tape anyway. And I'm really glad I did, because it was such a fantastic experience, and playing such juxtaposing characters was, a wonderful thing for me to do as an actor.
How do you stay grounded? I mean, you're going to Cambridge University, and how do you keep your social life, everything going smoothly, and this?
I have an amazing set of friends at Cambridge, and the coolest thing about Cambridge is that everyone's doing something. It's like, I'm saying, oh, I'm going to LA to promote my film. My friend just made, a huge profit on his business that he owns on the side, or, my other friend's president of a massive charity organization or something like that. Everyone's doing something amazing, and it means that you're around all of these accomplished people, and so what you're doing just becomes, a personal happiness for you, rather than something that separates you and elevates you in some way. And my parents are great, and my family's great. They make sure that I'm not being an idiot. Hopefully, I hope.